Vin.
I'm sorry.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and then get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at vinsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go on the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy merch.
Buy merch indeed. And the child shall lead them. What are you guys talking about in the comment section there? How you doing, Sean?
Like it better now.
This is the DJ AT. That new guy is guy is hideous. Nah, I think he's a sexy beast, Sean. That's what I think. Sean. Okay. So we are in the midst of the DJ AT DJ stream, ladies and gents. The DJ AT stream. And a DJ stream is where you, dear listener, function as the DJ, and then we do your song. So we're on song number 3 right now.
And it's, what do you say? I said
it's Cruachan, Ossian's Return,
Okay.
I think is the name of this particular song. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Cruachan. It looks like Cruachan. I don't know. Here we go. Ossian's Return, Cruachan. Let's go. Whoa.
Purple land of tin and
golden age. Bro,
Machine stopped his scattered steed. He could see some people ahead. Help us please, our brothers are trapped beneath this dome, and they said he leaned down from his mount and gripped the dome and fell. From the earth the rock was free, the people beneath unharmed.
But from the straight inside of the throne, to the earth he was cast. A cry of pain, but garments grown. The years now got him at last.
Tears and only shed a tear when she saw the reckless horse. Our shame was gone, her greatest fear. Her heart was full of deep
shit. People are not playing, bro. Little Danny boy said leprechaun metal. Leprechaun metal. Yeah, man. Okay, guys. So you see right here, Ossian is the narrator and purported author of a cycle of epic poem published by the Scottish poet James Macpherson, originally as Fingal and Temora, and later combined under the title The Poems of Ossian. Macpherson claimed to have collected word-of-mouth material in Scottish Gaelic said to be from ancient sources, and that the work was his translation of that material. Ossian is based on Ossian, son of Finn, or Fionn Mac Comahale, anglicized to Finn MacCool, a legendary bard who is a character in Irish mythology. Contemporary critics were divided on their view on the work's authenticity. The current consensus is that Macpherson largely composed the poems himself, drawing in part on traditional Gaelic poetry that had been collected. Later, Danny boy. Okay, so there's some history behind the song. Behind the characters in the song. Very, very epic. You definitely tasted that folky flavor.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
I love that stuff, man. Like, I love the folky stuff, bro. It's just...
Anytime there's one of those, you're a fan.
Yeah, it's really rich, man. I like that stuff. I think in, like, a past life, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could have been, around the fire
hobbit.
in the Shire. About to step outside the wire. That boy say he's gonna stretch me, you a liar.
Vin's on fire.
The sky was gray and leaden, wolves howling in the wind. Above the land of Tirnaonga, the ancient calm still reigned. I long to stand on my home shore, said Ossian in a glare. But Ossian loved, this is your home, said Niama of the Golden Hair. Okay, so he's got a shorty. He wants to go home. He just got done doing jihad. He's got shorty. He's like, I want to go home. And shorty's like, what do you mean? This is your home. And he's like, nah, shorty. I'm not really feeling it like that. You heard? She seen the look upon his face. She knew the pain he felt. He longed to be home among his race with his ring sword strapped to his belt. Return my love to the land of man, but be warned, time rests heavily there. Come back to me if you ever can, back to the land of the fair. Okay, so she's
not human?
Nah, she's probably what do you call it? She's okay, Tir Nanog. Tir Nanog. Speaking of Tyr, I gotta reach out.
That's right here.
I gotta reach out to the homie
above
Tyr.
the land of Tyr Nagal.
Okay, so you remember Lord of the Rings? You had what's his name?
Frodo?
No. Strider. Mm-hmm. And his girl was like an elf. Mm-hmm. So I think that this girl is probably like an Irish elf or something. Mm-hmm. And plus, like they have leprechauns and fairies and stuff. Mm-hmm. She's probably a fairy. See, Narin right there. That is such a badass name, dude. And I love that icon and everything. Fae. So she's probably a fairy. Mm-hmm. That's probably how they say fairy. So she's a fairy. So Tuatha. Alan says Tuatha. So Tuatha, she's probably like a fairy or something. So they probably have some, he probably met her in the you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the Shire or wherever they were. There we go. Okay, so Tuatha, meaning the folk of the goddess Danu.
Oh.
Or Tuatha.
They're a supernatural race. Yeah, to me it sounded like he had been on his escapades. He met this woman, and he wants to go home now, but she obviously still loves him and would like it if he would stay. But she's saying, okay, because he wants to go back to his people. He feels lonely. Well,
and this has just been the lot in human history. Like, for example, in the Crusades, mm-hmm. you're going out there doing jihad. Mm-hmm. These are Europeans that have never laid eyes on a Mediterranean woman in their life. So these guys are doing jihad, and then they run into these women, and of course they're all hijabbed up. Right? Mm-hmm. So there's that element of mystery, and oh my God. And then obviously, like, once they really start to lay eyes on them, an Arabic woman can clean up pretty decently. And so there are a lot of marriages, actually, where the dude would, like, take this, and fall in love, whatever. But it was just that novelty. When you go to war, you're going into a land that's different from yours, and the girls are different than the girls at home. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of that happens so often, you have no idea.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And I'm not talking about, like, a jump off type situation. I'm talking about, like, dudes really love this girl, but, like, they get completely smitten by the girl because she's completely different. And then it's like so ubiquitous that, like, before you spin out in these things, like, you have to, like, it's a long thing and it's a major issue, and they talk about international incidents, all types of shit. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, none of my guys. So,
wow,
like, that shit is real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, that gets reflected. That gets reflected a lot in the art and the music and things of that mm-hmm. nature, and I think that's why you have those kinds of stories in the context of war, and this is sort of a mythologized version of it.
Yeah.
But this is him saying, I got to go back to my folks, man. And she's like, well, come back when you can, which is a conversation that many a soldier has had with those.
What percentage do they go back?
I mean, a vast majority of them go back. We mean go back. Like, go back with the girl?
To the girl, yeah.
With their girl?
Well, it doesn't say that he had a girl back where his people were. Here.
No, he went to this other place.
And now he wants to go back to his people.
Right, and she's like, come back to me.
Yeah.
Right, so what I'm saying is that happens a lot.
Yes, and I'm saying, how often do they go back to the girl?
Oh, they never go back to the girl. The girl goes with them. I mean, we're America, right? I mean, and plus, by the time we get done with your country, it's unlivable anyway. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying that that's just the truth. Mm-hmm. Like, and as Sean says, I have. It's a major thing, because you get smitten with this girl, and then you're a soldier and a conqueror, so she gets smitten with you, and it happens all the time. As a matter of fact, in the ancient Near East, especially in the world of the Bible, the women used to glam themselves up during times of war, so that if their men lost, they would be looked upon as attractive, so that the conquerors would marry them instead of just them having to be prostitutes.
Oh my gosh.
That's why in the Bible, when it says...
I feel like I was like betraying you if I did that.
Well, again, yes, but that's because you have a romantic understanding of relationships, right? Instead of a pragmatic one.
Yeah.
But these women in the ancient world, they didn't have all these options like a modern woman does. So they were thinking practically, like, look, if you lose, and the other side of it was, here's your girl all pretty and shit, and you can see this in the Hadith, where, like, it was in the Battle of Uhud, where Abu Jahil's friends, like, the women were all dressed up, and they were saying, hey, if you win, good stuff's going to happen to you tonight. If you lose, these guys are going to get us. So it had a really, really interesting function. For sure. Somebody's saying muted, but I think Zombie Holic is just playing around because I can hear myself in there, you lying bastard. Yeah. So that's why in the Bible it says, if you conquer a nation and you see a woman you like, you had to cut her, she had to shave her hair and she had to trim her nails, and you had to stay with her for 30 days, and you couldn't consummate the relationship. Why? Yeah. Well, it's because all the glam and all that stuff that she had on the battlefield, the point is, now you see her at her worst. She's not glammed up. If you still want to marry her, fine. If you don't want to marry her, you got to let her go. Yeah. And so that actually is one of the more progressive.
Yeah, I was actually talking to Zoe about that the other day.
Laws. Yeah, that was one of the most progressive laws in the ancient world, I think, for sure. So yeah, like it's definitely a principle. Like that's what happens. So hold on, go back to the lyrics. So do not dismount from the steed you ride, from this world it belongs. If you dismount, you shall fall by its side, to be remembered only in fairy songs. Okay, so he's got some magic steed that's going to take him to another dimension, and he cannot get off of it, otherwise he's toast.
Whoa.
Stroll down.
Oh my gosh. So she gave him a steed? It's from her world.
Yeah. Well, he galloped across the fairy seas back to the land of man, watched by the gods in the something, his life to end as it began. I have returned, but no one was there to hear. His noble home, once bold and proud, had crumbled through the many years. A power had come into the land to threaten the old ways. A people ignore the ancient gods. They bid farewell to a golden age. Ossian stopped his gallant steed. He could see some people ahead. Help us, please, our brother, are trapped beneath this dolmen. He leaned down from his mount and gripped the dolmen firm, and from the earth the rocks was freed, the people beneath unharmed.
No! But from the strain, his saddle broke, to the earth he was cast.
Oh no!
A cry of pain burst from his throat. The years now caught him at last.
In Tir Nanog, Niam shed a tear when she saw the riderless horse. Ossian was gone. Oh no!
Her heart was full of deep remorse.
Damn! And then they ended the song that way. What the hell is wrong with you? Damn! So he fell off the horse. He fell off the horse, and then like the years caught up to him because there was some time differential happening.
And if he was on the horse, it kept him in her time.
Right.
But when he fell off,
he aged.
And then he was gone because it had been
a damn good
so
song.
Long.
They did a damn. How long was this song? They said a lot in 4 minutes. They said a lot in 4 minutes. In 4 minutes and 42 seconds. Holy shit. Okay. What do you give it?
You go first.
This song is getting a 9.9 from me. I really liked it. I love the historical part of this stuff. I understand it's mythology, quote unquote, maybe, but it's still reflective, like all good mythology, of something that's actually true in the human experience, and that is absolutely true for sure. And I agree. With Sean. Like, it wasn't really long enough in the sense of like they could have went a lot farther with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they did a really good job of that. What do you give the song?
6.7. But that's because I didn't really like.
Did you say 6.7?
I did. That's what I said. I didn't really like it. It felt choppy to me. It didn't seem like it was like. I don't know. I didn't like the way
felt
that it went.
choppy.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
More
I couldn't.
picks.
Huh?
More picks. It felt choppy. What?
I didn't like it. And I didn't like how the stuff was layered. I wasn't really a fan. That was a 6.7 for me.
What a horrible.
Sorry, Alan.
As you can see, my wife unfortunately has no taste in music. And it was like a freaking romantic song.
I know. That's why,
What a disaster. You're one of the worst. I'm done with this review. Vin out.
Sorry out.
Down.